Explain to the people exactly where I am.
We down here on the river walk, behind what that hotel? There used to be an old club here back in the days, man, called Club 500, man.
Club 500. So you just was telling me something about this building right across from us.
Oh yeah. That's that jailhouse right there, man. I don't even like to look back at it, to be honest.
Man, so hold on, you tell me that's where they locked all the people up out here in Jacksonville in that jail?
Everybody in Jacksonville going right there.
Wow. And they got the boat right next to it. What the boat for?
Down, that's just the river, you know. They say they supposed to be finna move it though, man. They supposed to be finna build up down here. And they supposed to be finna move the jail somewhere way out, but they say they got a lot of conflict with lawyers and different attorneys saying it's gonna kind of put them out of reach of their offices and stuff when they have to have them little 5-minute breaks to run back and forth though, but they trying to move it though.
Wow. So were you held in that building right there when you got arrested?
I was held in that building over there from 2020 to 2022.
2020,
Then they brought me back to that building my last 90 days.
Okay. Okay. Now let's address the elephant in the room. So there's a new viral voice message. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know what it is, but I just want your opinion on, if you can, where your son Queso sent word from jail saying he waited for you to get deleted, unalive.
Unalive. Man, I really, I really understand Queso anger. So that's why I looked at the statement in a different view. Because I get it, And my thing is, Queso not pro se putting that stuff up there, but he giving the green light on it because that's his page. And I feel like, I basically know who posting for him and on his behalf, but I feel like, man, them dudes ain't got nothing to think with because, hypothetically speaking, say that happened. There go another problem for Queso. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about this because Queso got a chance for appeal. Those people gonna look at all that. Okay, he ain't learned the lesson. Look what he's still wanting. They don't care about that's his daddy. It's the message that he throwing out there. And when it first hit, I kind of took it two different ways. I kind of felt like, damn, he kind of put a little silent hit on me. And my first response was I started to say, them prison chiefs real cheap, But I said, I understand his anger, so I really, I brushed it off, man. But dudes got to start thinking for him because all this stuff gonna play a part in his appeals. And they not thinking. Just like people think with the 10 years he got, they think that's a good deal. In a sense, it is a good deal. But on the appeal back in, when those people look at all that, they gonna say, well, damn, he did do this. He admitted to it. So this is flip side to that deal that ain't nobody seeing. Plus, he already got life. But at the same time, I feel like he got a good chance of coming back, giving some of the time back. Because once you get back, it's good to you can easily get a deal. Because they don't want to go through a trial again. They don't want to do certain things again. They'll give you a deal. But if you don't never get back, you ain't gonna never get that deal. Because he ain't got nobody. Them dudes ain't got nothing to think with. Them dudes childish. This shit ain't serious to him yet. But when he get up that road, it's gonna all change. When his homeboys move on with their life, they really already have. He just gonna really see it when he get up there. And a lot of things, one thing I do want to say, bro, I get sick of people saying that I'm trying to justify something. How can I justify taking the stand? I'm not in denial of what I done, but it ain't for everybody to understand. As long as I understand what I done, my purposes, it's an end game in it to me, and I don't have to explain that to everybody. I'm never justifying that. I would never try to justify that. But I do take and show, okay, this dude this, but this dude that. But then you pick this dude. It's all, if this dude telling, this dude telling, and this dude telling, it's all telling. You know, and it's a sad situation, man. You know, and I hate that I was involved with the situation, but man, my son, them, they know they were dead ass wrong. You know.
Let me ask you this: speaking of your sons, would you have one that you in constant communication with?
Yeah, I just really got back into communicating with him. He was on the case